Margaret Sanger's approach to eugenics, right? Eugenics was a movement that was born in the United States under hard doctrines of racism with the intent of eliminating the tribe of Judah in the African-American community in this country, right? To eliminate them. That's why she formed Planned Parenthood, was specifically to kill African-American, Black Americans. That's why she did it. Now, her eugenics program, under the Darwinian concept, that there was the possibility of an improved seed, which is fundamentally heretical to the creation. Yah created mankind and said it was very good.
Do you believe in sin? When I say believe, I don't mean believe in committing sin. Do you believe there is such a thing as sin?
Well, I think the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world that have disease from their parents, that have no chance in the world to be a human being, practically. Delinquents, prisoners, all sorts of things just marked when they're born. That, to me, is the greatest sin that people can commit.
But sin in the ordinary sense that we regard it, do you believe or do you not believe?
Well, what would they be?
Do you believe that infidelity is a sin?
Well, I'm not going to specify what I think is sin. I've stated what I think is the worst sin.
Yes, but then you asked me to say what, and I said what, and you refused to answer me?
Yes, I don't know about infidelity. It has so many personalities to it, and what a person's own belief is. I couldn't generalize any of those things.
Why standest thou afar off, O Yahawah? Why hidest thou thyself in the times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they imagine. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not at all in his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be an adversary. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father. Abanawa Yahawah. Call Halayim La Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Call Halayim La Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, in the name of his only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI. To the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel that are scattered abroad. Double honors to the elders, the bishops, and the apostles of the great millstone, the one who taught me this truth. Shalom to all the sincere listeners. Shalom to all the like-minded brothers out there pushing this gospel day in and day out in truth and sincerity, making their body a living sacrifice. This lesson was inspired by a lesson I was watching earlier. And this demon here, Margaret Sanger, she's the woman who's responsible for they call it birth control, eugenics. That's what she uses the term. And the gentleman that was talking earlier, he said, Margaret Sanger, using a very racist ideology, her hatred towards the tribe of Judah. That's what he said. That's in America, the head tribe. And that was her target, to destroy the tribe of Judah. That was her goal, Salaki, for the tribe of Judah. Let's go into her for a second. You see the 12 tribes chart here. Judah, so-called Negroes, North American, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. You are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Let's go to the book of, really quick here. Let's go to the book of James 1 verse 1. James, a servant of Yahawah and of the Lord YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. You are the biblical Hebrew Israelites. Through wickedness and not hearkening to the Lord thy power, the Lord put us into various captivities. In the latter days, the Israelites will be waking up to their true identity because the Heavenly Father stripped that away from us. Jeremiah 17 verse 4, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So you see, this demon here, just the countenance of her, just evil. That is her plan. Today, you look in America, there's a lot of these clinics that they're mostly in the poorer neighborhoods where Jakes are. These clinics that you can delete your baby, no questions asked. See? Not gonna go too deep into that because I want this video to stay up. But it's not a coincidence that these are set up in these areas for a reason, because this is all part of the whole reducing, starting with Jakes. Right? Read between the lines if you can follow me. Let's go to the book of Psalms, the 17th chapter. Let's start off in verse 1. A prayer of David. Hear the right, O power. Attend unto my cry. Give ear unto my prayer, that it goeth out not faint lips. Out of faint lips, sorry. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. Thou hast proved my heart, thou hast visited me in the night, thou hast tried me, and shalt find nothing. I am purposed that my mouth shall not transgress. Concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips, I have kept me from the path of the destroyer. I have kept me from the path of the destroyer. Hold up my goings in thy path, thy footsteps slip not. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O power. Incline thy ear unto me, and hear my speech. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that sawest my right hand. Them which put their trust in thee, from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. They enclose themselves, they enclose in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowed down to the earth. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O YAHAWAH, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. He's gonna avenge. He says, wait on me till I rise up to the prey. Wait on me, because we don't have no might. The Israelites have no might in their hand. We don't have hospitals. We don't have movies. We don't have the news channels. We don't have anything. We don't have schools. We don't have anything. As a matter of fact, there's one Jake in the States. He goes by the name of Dr. Umar. He's been trying to build a school for how many years? And a lot of Jakes are coming against him now. Call him frauds, thief, all kind of names. So yes, we don't have anything. We don't have no schools. We don't have no hospitals. We don't have no armies. All we have is hope. We're creatures of hope. All we have the spiritual, sword, which is the Bible, the engrafted word. It's all we have. I say all this to say this, Israel, we have lots of enemies. All these nations, they laugh at our downfall. But in the end, the elect of Israel will be the ones laughing. See? 2024, it's a year. It is going to be one to reckon with. You see all the prophecies that are jumping off the page. Can't even keep up with the stuff that's going on in this world. Every day, you see the prophecies. Let me stay on track though. So this lady here, let's go into who she was. A little bit of history. Her name is Margaret Sanger. They call her American Social Reformer. Yeah, she was born in New York, Corning, New York, in 1879, September 14th. This is that devil. Margaret Sanger, born September 14th, 1879, Corning, New York. Died September 6, 1966. How fitting, all the sixes, 3 6s. Tucson, Arizona. Founder of birth control movement in the United States and an international leader in its field. She is credited with originated the term birth control. Did you hear some of the vile stuff that came out of this demon's mouth? She went in to say hard. Start from here. Go back to where he was. Look what he says.
This was a movement that was born in the United States under hard doctrines of racism.
Harsh doctrines of racism.
Intent of eliminating the tribe of Judah.
With the intent of eliminating the tribe of Judah. See, he even acknowledged it. That's a clue. Sanger was the 6th of 11 children. See, notice her parents never did birth control for her, right? She attended Clavergate College and took nursing in training in New York and White Plains Hospital and the Manhattan Eye and Ear Clinic. She married twice, William Sanger in 1900, and after divorce, J. Noah H. Slee in 1922. After a brief teaching career, she practiced nursing on the Lower East New York. I want to get to the meat and potatoes here. Anyways, right here, sorry. Where she witnessed the relationship between poverty, uncontrolled fertility. See what she says? Poverty, that's Israelites. Uncontrolled fertility, she's referring to Israelites once again. High rates of infant and maternal mortality and deaths from botched illegal abortions. These observations made Sanger a feminist who believed, once again, that whole feminine movement, right? That's another lesson. These observations made Sanger a feminist who believed in every woman's right to avoid unwanted pregnancies. So they come up with all the lying lips, right? But she was targeting all the poor communities, and you see, listen to her once again.
In the African American community in this country, right? To eliminate them. That's why she formed
to eliminate
Planned Parenthood, was specifically to kill African American, Black Americans. That's why she did it. Now, her eugenics program, under the Darwinian concept, that there was the possibility of an improved seed, which is fundamentally heretical to the creation. Yah created mankind and said it was very good.
Do you believe in sin? When I say believe, I don't mean believe in committing sin. Do you believe there is such a thing as sin?
Well, I think the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world that have disease from their parents, that have no chance in the world to be a human being, practically. Delinquents, prisoners, all sorts of things just marked when they're born. That, to me, is the greatest sin.
Marked from their born. Let's go to a precept here. Psalms 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Nation of Edom. Edomites. Malachi 1 verse 4 tells you that. The Lord calls them the border of wickedness. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies. See? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they're born, speaking lies. So her purpose is under the guise of Planet Parenthood, and she says these children have no hope from they're born into disease, criminal activities. She basically call them savages, animals, thugs, no good to society. So that's what she done. Today, the number one leading cause in America, the number one cause of death is aborted babies. That is a tragedy in itself. But anyways, continue. In 1912, Sanger gave up nursing to devote herself to the cause of birth control and sex education, publishing a series of articles on topics including what every girl should know and for the New York Call. In 1914, she issued a short-lived magazine, The Woman Rebel, and distributed a pamphlet, Family Limitation, advocating her views. She was indicted for mail-in materials advocating birth control. The charges were dropped. Oh, Salaki. Start over here. Okay, so the woman rebel. She distributed a pamphlet, Family Limitation, advocating her views. She was indicted for mail-in materials advocating birth control, but the charges were dropped in 1916. They hold themselves not accountable. Later that year, she opened in Brooklyn. There you go. That's a large community of Jakes. In the first birth control clinic in the United States, she was arrested and charged with maintaining a public nuisance. And in 1917, she served 30 days in the Queens Penitentiary. While she was serving time, the first issue of her birth control review was published. Her sentences and subsequent episode of legal harassment began to crystallize. Yada, 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 yada. Anyhow, this is that demon right here. That's who she is. So she's known as pretty much the mother of birth control. But I say all that to say this, is that the Lord is slow to anger, but he will not at all acquit the wicked. The amount of deaths this woman have in her hand, and today is still carrying on, day in and day out. It's still carrying on in this world. So let's go to the book of Psalms. Where was I here? Let's go back to Psalms. This is why we have to pray every day for the Lord to say, Psalm 17 verse 8, keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy lips, of thy wings. Salaki. Man, start over. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. This is why we always have to pray to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, for that hedge of protection. Lord willing, we're among the number of the elect. So see, the Lord is speeding up the time, because in the book of Matthew 24 verse 22, if the time don't be shortened, these people are going to destroy everyone, but the Lord is shortening the times for the elect's sake. That's Matthew 24 verse 22. Let me pull it up really quickly here. It says, and except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. These people at every angle, they're trying to eliminate Jake. Make no mistake. So whatever comes our way, we have to take cheerfully. Because in the book of Ecclesiasticus, pull it up really quickly here. 1 second here. Bear with me really quick. It says Ecclesiasticus, which is also Sirach. Start at verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient. Patient means long suffering, when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversary. Believe in him. Who is him? YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahweh is his name, and was confounded? No. Or did any abide in his fear, and was forsaken? No. Or whom did he ever despise that call upon him? No one. You look back from all the great men from Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Hananiah, Azariah. You look at Ezra's. You look at Job. So many examples. Daniel. So many examples. The Lord is there for his people. See? For the Lord is full of mercy. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Salaki. Long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. See? We just have to endure. We just have to endure, Israel. So I just wanted to make a quick lesson and bring this out because a lot of people don't know who this woman is. I've recently had conversations about her, as a matter of fact. And to the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, you know, this video popped up earlier today and I watched it. So I just used a little bit part of the lesson. But you just have to take cheerfully because the Lord have us. Let me go now to the book of bear with me for 1 second here. Lamentations. Lamentations 4, verse 22. Actually, no, let's start off at verse 21. Salaki. Lamentations 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Margaret Sanger. That dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup shall also pass through unto thee. The cup, what is the cup? The adversary, the hard bondage, the slavery, the torments. It will be passed on. Pass through thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked. All the sins will be exposed, right? All the wickedness is being exposed. The punishment, you see, this is our final captivity. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. With that, I hope you've been edified. Tawada Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Kal Halaimla Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Shalom, Israel.